completely a mind program. I can't express how important it is for your mind, to get it right. Reading all of your charts, everyone has some type of issue, right? Either they're addicted to food or sugars, or they're depressed, or they have anxiety, alcohol, smoking, whatever the issue is, everyone has an issue. So it's not like you're alone. My issue might be different than yours. Some people are procrastinators, or they're lazy. Others are type A, and they're, they, like me, it take a long time to come down. So whatever our issue is, we still have to work on that. And the only way that you can do that to succeed, because you have to remember, Satan, he does not want you to succeed. He wants you to get stressed out. He wants you to be a procrastinator. He wants you to get a drink. He wants you to get a cigarette. He wants you to fail, for sure. So the one thing I ask you is, if you start your day with meditation, if you don't pray or believe in God, if you start with meditation, that is going to set the tone for your whole day. I like to do my little triangle thing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a triangle, and I know it's corny, but this is how I view my life, I guess you would say. I don't know where to stand. All right, the first point, which is the main point, is our spirituality, and that's having a mindset. I know my husband and I, when we don't pray or spend time in meditation, the whole day goes different, our relationship goes different. When we do pray and have that mindset, it just sets the tone for the whole day, and it allows me to do what I need to do. So that's why I have you reading your index cards. Read your 3 goals and commitments, and why you're doing this program. If you do that and take the time to do that every single day and before you go to bed, it's going to really, really help. Because even though you're really motivated right now, and when you start January 6th, you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm motivated. 2 weeks into the program, you're not going to find that motivation. It's not going to be there. Something is going to happen, and you're not going to have that motivation. But if you take the time to really, pray / meditate on your cards, you're going to keep with that, because it's just a daily grind, and you want to change this into not just a New Year's resolution, but you want to be able to change it into a lifestyle. Mark and I have recreated ourselves many times, and I've been in the worst shape of my life, and then in my 50s, I took first place in the bikini competition, for first place. So if I want to do it again, I could recreate myself, but it's just a lifestyle, and I don't let myself get too far off, so, and that's what we want to create with you guys. All right, so that's the number one thing, that before the food, if you guys can get this time, even while you're driving, or I don't care when you do it, you have to figure out when you're going to plug that in to your time to read your index cards. So does everyone have their I know everyone has their index cards, because I made you all send them to me. So first of all, I want to pause right now, and I want you to think about when you're going to read those index cards right now. So take a pause. Russ, when are you going to read your...
Driving to work.
Driving to work?
That's an easy one. Mm-hmm.
What freeway are you going to take? I'm going to be off.
I'm the traveling sales guy, so we get lots of time in the car. Yeah.
So you can practice your breathing at that time, and looking at your food log, I can see that you're very, very busy because you didn't eat very much. So you're going to have a really nice lunch pail and take your meals with you. So that means you have to have your index card in your car.
Exactly.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. What about Patty? When are you going to read yours?
I usually wake up about, now I'll be walking during that time, but usually when I get up in the morning, I shower, go downstairs, have a cup of coffee, and I usually sit for a little while. Usually 15, 20, half an hour, and just have quiet time before I start my day. So I'm thinking that would be a perfect spot to kind of plug that in.
What about you, buddy?
I do it first thing when I get up. So as soon as I kind of wipe my eyes clear and do it, I do it
Since you've done the program, do you feel like that helped you?
It keeps you on track, and it keeps you, basically responsible for what you need to do that day. As I told you, one of my goals is eat every time my alarm goes off. That was my biggest problem, because I'm in and out of meetings all day. I'm running from building to building sometimes, but when the alarm goes off, no matter what I'm doing, and your portions aren't that big, so I mean, if you can scarf it down in 5 minutes, especially your banana and your protein shake. I mean, you can literally just like wolf it down and go to your next meeting or do whatever you need to do. So,
I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of people will give me excuses about, well, whatever, I've heard them all. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, I can be in between patients. I'm a dental hygienist, and I can have my banana and protein shake in my smock, and I'll say, none of you are my patients, or you're gonna be okay. Excuse me, I forgot something. I'll be right back. And I'll go to the bathroom, drink my shake, my banana, rinse my mouth out, and then go. But the portions are so small. Even if you have to eat them cold, just eat the damn food. It's like, it's fuel. To me, it's fuel. Just get it down, because if I tell you what, if I skip it, what's gonna happen if you skip it?
you're grouchy.
I'm
And
grouchy.
You're hungrier for the next
You're
one.
hungrier for the next
I'm
one.
gonna
Yeah.
go to the junk food.
And then I'm gonna go into the lounge and see the cookies or see whatever else, and that's my weakness. So just get the food. And another thing is, when I skip my meal, the next meal, that's not enough, because the portions are so small. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? That's not gonna, like 3 ounces of chicken, whatever, that's not gonna fill me up, because I skipped that other meal.
And
So-
believe it or not, your metabolism will slow down,
Yeah.
because now you've skipped that meal and your body doesn't know that it's gonna get calories right away, so it starts slowing down your metabolic rate.
Yeah.
I had a question. If you skip meals, have anybody ever, oh, well, I'll just add that to my next meal, so they have more food?
That's me.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I missed it, but in order, I'm throwing my food in plus my other, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good question. After all this time, no one has ever done that. I'm like, wow, that's a good one, because I always get all these different questions. What I would do is get to that meal that I have with me and eat it, and what I do is kind of have my next meal in 2 hours instead of 3 hours. So kind of cut it shorter, because you're gonna be hungrier, and then get to your next meal. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyhow, I hope I made that big impact on you, how important it is to read your index cards. Okay, so the next part of the plan to get your goals is the food, which I'm gonna be giving you, so thankfully you don't have to worry about that. Your plan is to make sure you get your water in, that's super important, and stick to the plan. Just don't deviate. If you start to deviate and rationalize, I'm not gonna know how to help you, because I get confused if you start switching this and switching that. Now, if for instance you can't handle 6 days of tuna, then go to your list that I sent you, everyone should have received it, and then get your get canned chicken. Someone asked me yesterday, I had clients come yesterday, what if I have chicken and I don't like canned chicken? Then just get rotisserie chicken or make your own chicken and then have that instead of the tuna. I would like you to stick with the plan as much as possible, because next week you're gonna get a whole new plan. So if you're gonna switch it to chicken and then I'm giving you chicken next week, you're gonna get burned out on chicken. So if you could stick with the plan as much as possible, every week you're gonna get a new plan. In 6 weeks, you're gonna have 6 different menus and 6 different meal plans. And then you go to hopefully phase 2. Does that make sense? Now, if you can't handle certain vegetables, there's a substitution list. If you don't wanna have Brussels sprouts, have broccoli. If you don't wanna have broccoli, have green beans. You could switch that up, that's fine. Ounces are about the same.